Hey, how's it going there, fellow YouTubers? It's your buddy Real Estate Rob, and I want to talk to you quickly about what I like to call COVID houses. These are homes that were bought during COVID, and it's getting a little wild out there. So, had a couple of clients and people that I've talked to were unfortunately bought their homes in 20, 21, 22. Either didn't get inspections on them or paid over or both, and now they're selling. And the sellers, at the time they had lived in them 5, 10, 15 years. So they didn't inspect their house. They didn't care. And then somebody came and bought it and like, hey, I'll buy it, no inspection. And so seller disclosed what they knew, water line breaks, whatever. And then you end up buying it. And here you are 3 years later, you're like, hey, I got a different job, I got to move and everything. And now you're having to come to closing with money if you want to sell your house, because unfortunately, by the time you pay the fees and you have to replace the roof and stuff that a normal inspection would have caught, and you would have asked for at that time, you probably wouldn't have got it fixed. And so now you're having to fix it. So very interesting deal. Definitely, makes for an interesting conversation, because it's like, hey, uh, normally, the buyer pays for an inspection and they move on, they ask for stuff. But nowadays, I would say as a seller, if that's your situation, you may want to inspect the house yourself and know what you're getting into before you decide to put it on the market, because there may be a ton of stuff that's wrong with it. And when you start, adding it all up, you're like, well, I'm gonna have to come to closing with money, and this just doesn't make sense for me. Sometimes people got to do it because, hey, the job that I got's way better, I'm making more money, life happens. But just don't be surprised. So if you bought a home, like I said, I call them COVID houses. We bought one of those homes in the middle of 20 all the way up to about 22, maybe early 23. Definitely do your diligence, especially if you didn't get inspections, you paid over asking price, got in a bidding wars, because if you need to sell, you may be surprised that it's not going to be an easy sale, and you may not be making any money, and you may have to come to closing with some cash. So do your diligence before you list your home. If you have any problems, give me a call. I can help you out any way I can and give you my expert opinion as an agent and see what we can do for you. So have a good day. We'll see you a little bit later.